What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Mareep slash Flaffy slash Ampharos, the wool Pokemon and the light Pokemon. This is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's definitely my favorite Pokemon in Generation 2, and it's my favorite electric Pokemon of all time. It's one of the first ones. The way I always viewed it is in Generation 2, you get a starter, then you can get this Pokemon right after the first gym. And it was like having a second starter. It was starter 1A would be like usually Cyndaquil for me, and then starter 1B would be this, and then I pick up Poliwag and so on and so forth. But this is one of my favorite Pokemon to use, and I think it's going to do very well in this playthrough that we're going to do on Friday. Let's go over the stats real quick. HP is 55, attack is 40, defense is 40, special attack is 65, special defense is 45, and speed is 35. So very good special attack for a first stage Pokemon. Decent HP for a first stage Pokemon. Speed is not very good, but it will find a way to mitigate that. And then special defense is okay, and then attack and defense is okay for first stage. So not the worst stats for first stage Pokemon, but at level 15, we do evolve into Flaffy. Flaffy, one, its physiology changes, which changes our moveset, but the stats of this Pokemon are 70 HP, 55 attack, 55 defense, 80 special attack, 60 special defense, and 45 speed. So not too bad on the special attack part. That's very good actually for a second stage Pokemon. HP solid, and I would say special defense is solid. Speed is getting better. It's going to be good for that part of the game, and attack and defense are pretty respectable. We will have some physical moves that we're going to have to use, so having a good balance here is not bad. But ultimately, at level 30, we get our final evolution, like I said, which is my favorite Pokemon in Generation 2, Ampharos. Ampharos, I always called him Amphis. I call him Amphi, actually. But Ampharos, HP is 90, attack is 75, defense is 75, special attack is 115, special defense is 90, speed is 855, with a grand total, base stat total of 500, which is solid. There's nothing here that's a glaring, well, I guess speed is glaring weakness, but everything else is pretty solid. Decent attack, decent defense, very good special attack, decent special defense, and decent hit points. So this Pokemon, I think, is primed to like wreck this game. Okay, so let's go over the reasons why I think that. So stats are good, so that's one of the reasons, but let's go over to the moveset. So we start off with Tackle, and 35 base power, 95% accurate, not the best move. We also get Growl, which will lower the opposition's attack, so we won't get hit as much. But at level 9, we get our first stab move. It's 40 base power. It's Thunder Shock. It's 40 base power, 100% accurate, 60 with stab. So that's pretty good to have that early because we do face Falconer's Gym early. And Falconer's Gym is weak to electric, so it's going to make the first gym very easy. Level 16, we get Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave may get used for a little bit. Probably won't be used very much. Cotton Spore does not make sense to me because Cotton Spore is a less accurate version of Thunder Wave. So I don't know why anyone used it. Both of them will paralyze. I guess it's because we're a sheep and there's cotton and they had to put Cotton Spore on this moveset. I don't know. However, level 30 we get Light Screen. Probably won't use Light Screen in this playthrough. I like to go more for move diversity rather than if we had a really bad defense maybe. But our defense and special defense is solid, so I don't think there's a point in this, in any kind of move like this. And in Thunder, everyone knows my opinion on Thunder. I hate it, so I probably won't use it in this playthrough. But it's good to have it just in case. And then let's go over the TM moveset for this Pokemon. So I said earlier, like the physiology of this Pokemon changes. Whenever it evolves into Flaffy and it's an upright Pokemon, if you were to look at the moveset for Mareep, when it comes to its TM moveset, you would find a lot of these moves wouldn't exist because it's not an upright Pokemon, it's on all fours. But when it starts to be able to stand on its hind legs and be upright, it changes its physiology, meaning it can do a lot of punching moves now. So let's go from top to bottom. Dynamic Punch will probably be used against Red. It's been kind of like a godsend to get by Snorlax, even though it is 50% accurate. It is lucky, but it's weak to fighting and it confuses when it hits. So it's an automatic confusion, and so you already got a little bit of advantage there. Plus, it's pretty powerful against Snorlax. Headbutt is a move we will add pretty early when we get access to it. It's going to give us the ability to make the opposition flinch if we go first, but it's also a pretty solid physical move for Pokemon that might have great special. 70 base power, 100% accurate. Curse not going to use. Tox not going to use. Zap Cannon probably could be used with this Pokemon pretty well, but we're probably not going to use it. I don't need it. If I didn't have an electric option, I would, but I don't need it. Rock Smash not going to use. Hidden Power, we're probably going to go with Hidden Power Ice. The way this Pokemon's laying out is it has electric, which will get you through a lot of things. There's another move that we're going to talk about. It's going to get through a lot of things. And then Hidden Power Ice will get you through a bunch of other things as well. So we really have something for everything. And it's perfectly lined up for this Pokemon. Snore, not going to use. Hyper Beam, not going to use. Protect, not going to use. Rain Dance, not going to use. Because I'm not going to use Thunder. There's no point in using Rain Dance with this Pokemon. Endure, Frustration, Iron Tail, not going to use. Thunder, like I said, will not be used. There's a better move, and I'll go and talk about it now. I'll just do it in place of Thunder. So it's not listing here, but you can actually get a move from a tutor right after you beat the Elite Four. It's Thunderbolt. It's not 120 base power. It's 95, but it's stab. So it's like over one. I think it's like around like 140 something. It's a very good move to have this late in the game, and it's 100% accurate. So that's why it's way better than Thunder. The accuracy is better, and it's not too much of a variance on like how much damage you do. So we also get access to Return. This is usually your go-to physical move for any Pokemon unless they have like Earthquake or something. But Return has the ability to hit. It's a 102 base power with your maxed out Friendship, and it's a good physical move. Okay, Double Team, Swagger, Sleep Talk. Not going to use Swift. Will be added early, so you have a little bit more type variance or move variance, I should say. When we're going to beat Falcon, we're going to have Tackle and Thunder Shock. We're going to move on and get Swift next, and now we have a better version of Tackle, and we're eventually going to get Headbutt. It's going to be a better version of Swift. So we're just going to keep progressing our moves gradually. Defense Scroll, I don't know where to get it, but it might not actually be too bad with this Pokemon if we find it, but I'm probably not going to use it. This Pokemon doesn't have access to Rollout, so really Defense Scroll is just up our defense, which I'd rather just knock the other Pokemon out pretty fast and not worry about our defense. Thunder Punch is a very solid move to have with this Pokemon. I think actually if you start out with Ampharos, he gets it via level up. But Thunder Punch we'll get as soon as we get into Goldenrod City. So we gotta get through 2 gyms, and then we can get one of our best moves that we can get, which is Thunder Punch. 75 base power, 100% accurate. With Stab, it's about a 98 base power move, I think's what it is. Or I don't know, I'm sorry, it's 112. I'm sorry, I can't add. It's like over 100 base power move. So it's very solid, very powerful. And we get this move about less than a third of the way through the game. And then Rest, Attract, not going to use, but Fire Punch. Fire Punch is very, very helpful because now there's 2 gyms we would have issues with. The 2 gyms are Price and Jasmine. Price and Jasmine. Price is Ice type, so Fire Punch, and well, his two of his Pokemon are Water, so Thunder Punch will make them 1-shots, and Fire Punch will make his Piloswine a 1-shot. So that's going to make that battle very easy. And then when you face Jasmine, she has 3 steel Pokemon. 2 of them are Magnemites that like to paralyze you. And Fire Punch will 1-shot both of them. I don't know if it'll 1-shot the Steelix. Guess we're going to find out. But we can also hold the Charcoal and make the moves even more powerful. So, yeah, this is a great move. 75 base power. It's fire. And we'll take a lot of these moves to the end of the game. So Strength and Flash are our last 2. So this Pokemon gets access. This is what I mean when I said it has something for everything. We're going to have Thunder Punch / Thunderbolt. We're going to have Hidden Power Ice, and we're going to have Fire Punch. So that covers a lot of things in the game. And for things we don't have anything great against, you got Headbutt, Dynamic Punch, and Return. Some combination of those 3 will be on this moveset as well. So yeah, that's the moveset for this Pokemon. It's a very good moveset. It's going to be a very good in-game moveset. So that's why I believe this Pokemon's going to blast through this game. I really do. I think it's going to obliterate the game. So let's go and go back to the main slide, and I'll go and give my prediction. So based on what I just told you, like no gym at any given point feels like it's going to be hard. I really don't think Faulkner's going to even get an attack off. I think we're going to do 2 Thunder Shocks and knock him out in 2 hits. So that's how that battle's going to go, in my opinion. And then when you look at Bugsy, I don't think Bugsy's going to do too well because at the very least Scyther is also flying type. So Thunderbolt or Thunder Shock should do a decent amount to them. Plus, we could also paralyze them. We'll have Thunder Wave by then. So that's also a possibility. I don't think Whitney's going to be too hard. We're going to have Thunder Punch, which is going to be super effective and super powerful because it's just a very good move, and it's a stab move. So I don't see that. I don't see Morty being a problem. I don't see Chuck being a problem because considering we can knock out Poliwrath in 1 shot with Thunder Punch. So I don't see him being a problem. Like I said, Jasmine and Price don't seem hard. And then, what's her name? Claire. Claire's not going to be difficult because we have Hidden Power Ice. So I don't see where we're going to have many struggles with this Pokemon. All I can think of is maybe when we get to Karen. I don't think we have anything great against Karen. At least we have great against everything but our Espeon. Nothing's good against Espeon, but, it is what it is. So I don't see us having too many struggles. So I think this Pokemon can get this done. This may be the first Pokemon to get this done in less than 2 hours. I think it's definitely possible to get this done in less than 2 hours. I think it'll be about an hour and 20 minutes to get the Elite Four, and then it's going to give me about 40 minutes to beat Kanto, which Kanto is pretty simple, pretty easy. The only problem is Red. What are we going to do against Red and Snorlax? A bunch of his Pokemon have a move that's going to one-shot. Thunderbolt will one-shot his Charizard. Thunderbolt will one-shot his Blastoise. I think Fire Punch will be a 2-shot on his Venusaur, so we won't get hit there as long as we outspeed, because he's going to set up Solar Beam every time. The only issues we're going to have is Pikachu should be a 1-shot, even though he might actually outspeed us, but Pikachu should be a 1-shot. And he also has Espeon. I'm sorry, I said Espeon or Umbreon. Karen's Umbreon is very tricky. Not her Espeon. She doesn't have an Espeon. But Espeon, I don't think will do much, but it's obviously going to go for Reflect, which is going to help out Snorlax. Snorlax is always the bane of my existence when it comes to these games, because he's so tough. He's got great special attack, special defense, and his physical defense, his thickness, his thick fat ability, whatever. It doesn't. That thick fat's not in this ability, but the fact that he's just so bulky, he's just hard, and he has a lot of hit points too. So he's a very tough Pokemon to fight. So I think this will get done in less than 2 hours. I think we'll fly through the game. I don't see really anywhere we're going to come across any real headaches. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This playthrough will be airing on Friday. So it's going to air on Friday, and I'll tell you what, I'm very excited about this playthrough. You have no idea how excited I am. Favorite Pokemon in this generation. Does it do well? I think it'll do the best so far. And I'm sure there are other Pokemon that will top it, but right now I think this Pokemon will do the best, and it'll be number one on my little ranking list that I have up until we have some other Pokemon. I think one example is like a Scizor would be one I think might be able to beat this. There's a couple others as well. I think I've contemplated doing a Raichu playthrough, and Raichu I think will obliterate this game. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I have a couple ideas for a what if, so let me know what you think of the what if scenarios. If you're going to get this far, I really want your input. I want to do a what if scenario if Natu, the one I did last week, what if he started the game with Confusion, and maybe a breeding move. So breeding moves are like Drill Peck would be the one I'd want to use, because it's a very powerful flying move, which flying moves don't progress well in this game, except unless you use Fly, which I hate using Fly. So let me know what you think of that. There's a couple other ones out there, but that's one I really want to do, and I want to get some feedback. So let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.